I'm Lloyd Laing, Creative Director at Island Rock Entertainment. But today, as we stand on the precipice of the 2025 AI4IA conference powered by UNESCO, I want to take you on a journey that goes deeper than pixels and algorithms. We're living through what I call the Great Creative Reckoning, a moment where synthetic intelligence meets human imagination, where the very definition of creativity is being rewritten in real time. Picture this. It's 3 a.m. in a bedroom studio in Kingston. An aspiring producer opens their laptop, types, create dancehall rhythm, Bounty Killer style. And within seconds, boom, a track materializes. Bassline pumping, hi-hats crisp, melodies infectious. Now multiply that by millions. Every bedroom, every coffee shop, every subway ride, AI churning out content like a digital sugar factory, sweet, addictive, and ultimately hollow. This is our new reality. Generative AI doesn't sleep, doesn't doubt itself, doesn't struggle with writer's block. It just produces endlessly, efficiently, impressively. But here's what keeps me awake at night. When everyone can generate everything, what makes anything special? Let me tell you about a conversation I had last month with a veteran reggae producer, a man who worked with legends, whose hands shaped sounds that moved nations. He played me 2 tracks, one crafted by AI in 30 minutes, another he spent 3 months perfecting with a young artist from Waterhouse. Can you tell which is which, he asked. Now honestly, on my first listen, I couldn't. That's when it hit me. We're not facing a technological problem. We're facing an authenticity crisis. Generative AI has become so sophisticated that it can mirror the surface of any genre, any style, any emotion. But mirroring isn't creating. Think of it like this. AI is the world's most advanced karaoke machine. It can sing any song perfectly, but it can never feel the heartbreak that birthed the blues, never experience the uprising that sparked reggae, and never feel the joy that created soca. But what if I told you there is another path? A way where technology doesn't replace the human touch but amplifies it. Let me tell you my story, the creation of Mad World, the Caribbean's first AI film. Picture this. I'm a music producer. I've got melodies in my head, stories burning in my chest, but I've never held a professional camera, never owned film equipment, never stepped foot in a traditional movie studio. What I had was a vision of Caribbean sci-fi that nobody was telling, a dream that kept me awake at 3 a.m., determination thick as molasses, a good command of the English language, and most importantly, an ocean's worth of patience. Traditional filmmaking would have required millions of dollars, years of training, teams of specialists, but creative AI became my creative translator, not my creative source. I didn't ask AI to dream up my story. Mad World came from my consciousness. What I asked AI to do was help me translate the vision into visual language, hour by hour, prompt by prompt, revision by revision. The AI learned my narrative rhythms, understood the cultural weight of creative imagery, helped me visualize spaces that only existed in my mind. When I describe the emotional tone of a scene, the weight of cultural history mixed with digital hope, the AI helped me find the visual metaphors to express it. 7 weeks later, Mad World premieres worldwide on September 30th, not because AI made a movie, but because AI helped a songwriter with a vision become a filmmaker with a voice. That's the difference. Intimacy versus imitation. Partnership versus replacement. Let's be honest. We're drowning in an ocean of content while dying of thirst for meaning. We've created the most sophisticated content distribution system in human history, and somehow most of us feel more disconnected than ever. Why? Because content without context is just noise. I was in a music conference in Kingston last month, a room full of industry executives with conversations around content creation and engagement metrics. And I thought about my grandmother, how she hummed the same 3 songs while cooking. Songs that carried the weight of generations, melodies that held our family's history. She didn't create content, she carried culture. That's what we're losing in the rush to generate. Culture isn't produced, it's cultivated. Stories aren't manufactured, they're lived and then shared. Emotions aren't programmed, they're felt and then translated. Undeniably, the Caribbean has always been a creative laboratory, a place where cultures collide and birth new forms of expression. Reggae didn't emerge from a boardroom, it rose from the streets. Calypso wasn't focus grouped, it erupted from the people's need to speak truth to power through melody. Now we face a new test. How do we preserve the authentic creative spirit while embracing tools that can amplify our reach? Let me share what I'm seeing in our region, the Caribbean. Young artists are using AI not to replace their creativity but to leapfrog technical barriers. A kid in Barbados with a smartphone and creative AI can now compete sonically with major label productions. But, and this is crucial, the cultural DNA, the stories, the purpose, still has to resonate from us. Yet, every creative person I know is grappling with the same questions. Will AI replace me? Should I embrace it or resist it? What's my role in a world where machines can create? The technology excels at expansion, not inception. But try to start with AI alone, and you get what I call beautiful nothing. Content that's aesthetically pleasing but emotionally vacant. You see, I've met 2 types of artists in this AI era. The resistors and the embracers. The resistors fear that technology will diminish their humanity, and the embracers sometimes get so caught up in the possibilities that they forgot their purpose. But there's a third path. The Renaissance artists. They understand that technology is just another instrument, like a guitar, like a paintbrush. It's not about the tool. It's about the hand that wields it and the heart that guides it. Think about Bob Marley. How he used electric instruments to amplify ancient Rastafarian messages, or hip-hop artists took turntables, machines designed for one purpose, and created an entire culture. Creative AI is our generation's turntable, a technology that can be transformed into something it was never designed to be. Here's what I believe. Every human soul carries what I call a soul code. A unique combination of experiences, perspectives, and cultural DNA that no algorithm can replicate. Our job isn't to hide this code from AI, but to use AI to amplify it. When a producer in Cuba collaborates with AI to create soundscapes that honor Afro-Caribbean traditions while exploring futuristic possibilities, that's not technology overriding culture. That's culture using technology as a bridge between past and future. The soul code cannot be generated. It can only be expressed. And when we use creative AI as a vessel for that expression, something magical happens. As we stand at this crossroads, I want to leave you with a challenge. The next time you interact with AI, whether it's generating a melody, writing a verse, or creating an image, even a poem, ask yourself, what part of my story am I bringing to this collaboration? What piece of my consciousness is contributing to the creativity? This future requires something from us, the strength to use these tools without losing ourselves to them and synthetic intelligence. That's the model. Human heart, artificial hands, but an authentic soul. The future of creativity isn't human versus machine. It's human with machine, guided by values we must never surrender. The next verse of human creativity is being written right now. So make sure your voice is in the harmony. It's Laing. I'm out.